Whatever language that is used, whether it's facilitation or assistance, this is what you did.
Yes, a facilitation, yes.
Dated the 10th of December 2024. Amount 30,000 Rand. Source Black AK Trading. Ooh.
Black egg, what? What is black egg?
From the
Facilitation
We don't
is saving.
need to fight about this.
Facilitation is saving prison. Commissioners, you are there, me. I can't agree to leave my kids and go to jail for something that I didn't do. I didn't put blue lights. I must say, I can't.
Nobody.
I may want to be honest and impress you, but not with lies.
Nobody has said anything about jail.
Allegedly.
Jail commissioner.
This is a commission of inquiry. You will be making recommendation. I will be sitting somewhere, and I won't see you with that. I will see you after 10 years or 50 years.
You know what's fascinating about power? It's not always loud. It's not always obvious. Sometimes it's just 3 payments and just 3 dates in actual fact. And one relationship that nobody thought to question until today. I have been covering the Madlanga Commission since its start, and I can tell you what happened in that hearing room this morning wasn't just another day of testimony. It was the day a story fell apart, slowly, methodically, document by document. And if you were not watching closely, you might have missed the most important 3 hours of this entire inquiry. So let me take you inside that room. Let me show you exactly what happened, because this is how accountability actually works in South Africa, when it works at all. Here's something they don't teach you in civics class. A commission of inquiry isn't really about finding truth in the moment. It's about building a case, brick by brick, until the structure is so solid that denial becomes impossible. And Advocate Sello Mkhwanazi, she's a builder. When Brigadier Julius Mkhwanazi sat down this morning for day 2 of his testimony, he probably thought it would be like day 1, calm, conversational, a chance to tell his side of the story. But here's what he didn't realize. Day 1 was just reconnaissance. Day 2 was the operation. But while he was sleeping last night, Advocate Mkhwanazi's team was doing something crucial. They were working overtime, my people. They were comparing his testimony from day 1 against every single bank record, every entity registration, every timeline marker that they had. And they found something. Actually, they found 3 somethings. 3 payments that didn't match the story that he had told the day before. 3 payments that raised one very uncomfortable question. What exactly was Brigadier Mkhwanazi being paid for? Now, before we go further, let me give you context on who we're talking about here. Brigadier Mkhwanazi is not just some low-level official. This man is a senior police officer, someone with operational authority, someone who makes decisions that affect procurement, that affect contracts, that affect vehicle registrations. And the man allegedly paying him, Vusimuzi Cat Mtlala, a businessman whose name keeps appearing in testimony after testimony at this commission, always hovering around contracts, and always connected to entities doing business with the government. So, when these two men have a relationship, as the Brigadier calls it, well, that relationship, unfortunately, has consequences. And today, we saw exactly what those consequences look like when they are printed on a bank statement. For the first 40 minutes, my people, of this morning, this morning's session showed us interesting flames. Advocate Matlapeng let the Brigadier talk and talk and talk. He described his relationship with Mr. Matlala as genuine, as warm even. He used the word brother multiple times, my people. He talked about different times, about needing support, about how Matlala helped him when he was struggling. The language was very personal. It was emotional. Actually, it was human. And that's exactly what made what came next so devastating. Because after 40 minutes of listening patiently, taking notes, nodding along, Advocate Matlapeng said 5 words. Let me show you something. And she placed a bank statement on the table. Now, I want you to understand the power of that moment. Up until now, everything was just a narrative. It was stories. It was just feelings. He helped me. We are close. It was difficult times. But a bank statement doesn't care about your feelings. He eventually said yes, he received assistance around that time. Yes, things were difficult. Yes, Mr. Matlala helped him. But notice what he carefully avoided. He didn't mention the amount, because here's the thing. Just minutes earlier, he had described this assistance as petrol money by people. He described it as small amounts here and there. But 20,000 Rand is not petrol money. 20,000 Rand is more than money South African families earn in a month. 20,000 Rand is the kind of amount that gets documented, that gets transferred through business entities, that leaves a paper trail. And I don't know if he forgot about these huge sums of money, but Advocate Matlapeng knew it. But she didn't push. She didn't argue. She didn't challenge. She just let that first document sit there. Because she had 2 more coming. She was about to open the next one and the next one. And if he ever dared to lie or say something that is not true, he would be going to jail. Like how he said he doesn't want to go to jail. Anyway, you ever watch those crime documentaries where the detective has, all the evidence laid out on a table with a board, and that table has photos and strings connecting different people and timelines written in red marks? Yep, that is essentially what Advocate Matlapeng did next, except she did it in real time, in front of the witness, in front of the commissioners, in front of every single one watching.
Statement as a PDF document. You confirm that?
Yes.
And attached to that is a high school, I won't say the name, statement for a stated student bearing same name as you.
Yes.
For 66,000. You confirm that's what you sent to Mr. Van Wyk?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So that's where you solicited the financial assistance.
soliciting. That's where we, after engaging him, he promised that he's going to talk to that guy to assist. Yes.
But you say nothing came of it.
No, nothing. From nothing.
So if the commission were to investigate as to how this bail was settled eventually.
Please. No, it was not settled. You can go. Please, you can go.
So it
I'm
was
still having challenges, yes. It was not settled.
You say you are doing what?
Yeah, I'm saying you can. The way you can investigate.
Oh, I thought I heard the word challenge.
No. Okay. You can investigate. Nothing.
All right, now if you turn to the third page, the last one. Is that a correct reflection what's on that page?
The school fees.
And the other one?
This one?
Yes.
Oh, yes.
So I'm saying that table, does it correctly reflect the payments made to you on the dates specified there and in the amounts reflected?
No.
Do you accept or deny?
No, the first one, this assistant, I agreed.
The one of 20,000?
Yes. This one, Medicare. Mike didn't assist me with anything, madam.
No. All I want is, there are two other payments. I want your comment on them. Do you confirm that the account number reflected there is yours? Under the column 2 account number?
Yes.
It's the same account throughout.
Yes,
so that's your account.
Yes.
The last column reflects the various amounts, 3 in total. You've admitted the first.
Yes.
You deny the second?
No, I've never. I don't remember.
No, is a yes or no? Do you deny the second?
Yes. I don't remember.
Do you deny the third?
Now, let me explain what this letter was about, because this is absolutely critical to understanding why this moment actually matters. This letter related to the registration of a vehicle, not a personal vehicle. It is not civilian cars, but operational vehicles that were connected to government contracts and procurement processes. The kind of vehicles that require some form of authorization, my people. The kind of authorization that someone like Brigadier Mkhwanazi would be involved in approving or facilitating. I hope you're joining the dots now. And look at the dates. Again, 15 June 2022, the letter of intention is issued for vehicle registration. 3 days later, 18 June 2022, 20,000 Rand is deposited into the Brigadier's account. 3 days later. Then, that is 72 hours between a formal operational document and a substantial cash payment.
Limited, once again, the account details are the same, and that was on the 10th of December 2022 for 30,000.
Yeah. No.
That was for the record. Thanks, Commissioner.
Yes, and on top of...
apologies. All I'm asking is that you do confirm for the record that those are affected.
Yes. In fact, even on top of that, he had this thing with Ngamla. When this thing is a PS, Ibarat, I will make you resign, man. You see, we had that. No, I don't want to lie. We had that, and I prayed for him.
Advocate Matlapeng didn't even have to say it out loud. The timeline said it for her. But she did say it clearly, very calmly. Brigadier, do you notice the proximity of those dates? And this is where his answers started changing. Up until now, he'd been confirming, okay? He said, yes, I received help. Yes, Mr. Matlala assisted me.
You see, that thing, even when there were bad news, I said, No, I must be honest. We were like,
Commissioner Mkhwanazi, I do appreciate the closeness of your relationship. You explained away one payment because you said you had a death in the family.
Yes.
And the other payments, what were they for?
Commissioners, I had many challenges, you see.
Yeah.
We discussed, used to assist, not even these ones, maybe on top of these ones, it may be these 500 that when you discuss and get, and You see, we discussed many things with Vusi, and he was assisting. He
I
was a
see.
brother.
I see that they were over a period 5th of May to the 10th of December. I know that. And I know that the letter of intention to commit issued by Mr. Matlala, you remember, annexed to JM 17 by MAPA, is dated the 15th of June 2022.
Yes.
The letter that gave rise to the registration of vehicles.
Yes.
I will argue before the commissioners that those payments were made in gratification for your efforts in facilitating the registration of the vehicles to enable Mr. Matlala to fit them with blue lights.
No.
Let me finish first, because I'm going to invite you for a comment.
Yes.
And that's what I'm going to argue to the commissioners, based on the evidence and these amounts and the times.
But now he started explaining. He spoke about coincidence. He spoke about how the payment was actually about something else entirely. It was about future plans, according to him. It was about tenders, business ventures that they were discussing for after his retirement. I know you're laughing, but this is true. He said it was about investments that Matlala was helping him with. And look, maybe that's true, but it's really quite interesting because it really was about future plans. But here's the problem with that explanation. Why is a businessman giving you 20,000 Rand for future plans? And then 3 days after you're involved in operational authorizations that benefit his entities?
I wanted briefings, my daughter. Sorry. Colleagues.
That, my people, is not investment. That is not partnership. That has nothing to do with what he said. That has another name entirely. And everyone in that room actually knew it. Corruption. If this were a boxing match, the first 2 documents were body blows, okay? But the third, and the third confirmed the words he loves saying when he said, "You want to kill me again even when I'm dead?"
Particularly because when you started, I asked you whether you have received monies. You were telling me about Ngamla 500, 1,000.
I agree.
And then you stuck with that story until you just increased it slightly. I asked you to give me a number that he would have contributed for the funeral, seeing as for petrol and the like, it's 500,000, and technically you refused to. It is when I produced these amounts to you that then you allocated one of them potentially to a funeral. You refused to state when was this death. It stretched from before or after your suspension, and here there are specific dates. So on the basis of all that, I am going to seek to persuade the commissioners that this is in part gratification. I'm not even suggesting it's the totality, but at least we know that at the moment of that letter of intention to commit, Mr. Matlala had started making significant payments to you. No. Do you have a comment?
No, it's not that. As I'm saying that, he even promised me far more than that. Even now, when we were not having, there was nothing that was happening. You see, he said, when I get this thing, you will retire, I'm going to you will find another thing, business and everything. And I was very happy. In far more than that, you see. Even though it didn't specify, you see. And I even said, I was praying that to get those things. I was praying that to get that tender, you see, so that I can start my own and relax, as you see. This is, in fact, to him, it was just nothing. It has nothing to do with that, you see. There was something which is bigger than this, you see. When there was nothing that is happening, nurse and other things, he said, no, I want you to start your own thing and retire. I said, hey,
may I be fair to you and ask you not to commit yourself too early? I didn't say That is the totality of the evidence of payments made to you.
Oh, yes.
I'm just discussing the payments in that period of 2012.
Okay.
So I would advise that you don't commit yourself any further, than you have on the scope. Commissioners, that would bring me to the conclusion of my part with Commissioner Mkhwanazi, and I thank you for the opportunity. As I said, we move to the next chapter.
The third was a knockout punch. Advocate Metapeng placed one more bank statement on the table, dated the 10th of December 2024, amount 30,000 Rand, source Black AK Trading. Ooh!
Black egg, what is black egg?
Now, that name, Black AK Trading, it's come up before the commission before. It's been mentioned in other testimonies. It's connected to contracts under investigation. It's part of a web of entities that keep appearing whenever Vusi Matlala's business dealings are discussed.
From the evidence that we have had so far, it's one of Mr. Matlala's companies, if that helps.
Yeah, but if it's from Matlala, Matlala assisted me a lot during those times. If it's from Matlala, I accept. You see, my guy.
And when Advocate Matlapeng said very clearly, Brigadier, all of these entities you're seeing on those statements, every single one, they're all associated with Mr. Matlala. That was when you could see it, the moment of realization. Because this wasn't 3 separate instances of a friend is helping me out. This was a pattern. These aren't rhetorical questions, my people. They are the questions the commissioners are now asking. And the brigadier, he tried to answer them. He talked about genuine friendship. He talked about promises Matlala made to him. He spoke about how the relationship was real, how the support was appreciated, how it was all above board. But here's what Advocate Matlapeng actually said. And this is in line with everything that has been echoed through the rest of the inquiry. I will argue that these payments constitute gratification, appreciation for operational facilitation. That's what she said. Not bribery, not corruption, just gratification. This is literally a legal term that means payment has been given in recognition of favorable treatment, which obviously is a bribe. And once that word is on the record, my people, once that interpretation is presented to the commissioners, everything changes. Look, I know some of you watching this might be thinking it's just another corruption case. It's just another official talking about money. What else is new in South Africa? And I get the cynicism. I really do. But here's why today mattered, okay? Stay with me. Today showed us that even when it feels like nothing is happening, there are people like Advocate Matlapeng and her team who are actually working tirelessly behind the scenes to try and make us see between the lines that have never been seen. They are connecting the dots. They are following the money, and they are building a serious case so strong that it can't be ignored. This, my people, wasn't just about catching one person. It was a masterclass in how to dismantle a narrative of denial. And the only way to do it is using nothing but facts, using dates and bank statements. This, according to me, is a reminder that accountability is a slow, methodical process, but it is a process. And today, we got to see it in action. That's why this matters. She was so amazing, and I clap my hands for her and her team. And it's from me to you. Bye for now. Thank you so much for watching. If you want more breakdowns on what's really happening on these commissions, hit that subscribe button. Let me know in the comments section what you think about this case. See you next time.
Allegedly. Allegedly. Oh, allegedly. My people, my people, my people.
Any expectations today? Sorry? Any expectations in today's testimony?
There's always no expectations. Surprises. Yeah,
So you feel surprised?
But it's part of the process.
Yeah. You feel surprised by the evidence that has been presented?
Yeah.
Why?
I can't comment.
But some of the things you knew about, or are they new to you?
It's the initiative when you read on your work.
Do you think you have enough water today?
TikTok is showing me a lot of water.
So interview afterwards? Why? Okay.